They'll be calling you a radical. Busy day, up early. So, historic. So it was exactly 8 years ago today. I was going in and out of a coma, almost died. Had to be revived twice early in the morning that day. That's the exact same day San Onofre melted down for their steam malfunction. This is important. So they're going to bring, Dolly Parton's getting a mastectomy. It's going to take 9 billion gazillion fucking years to decommission a nuclear reactor. It's going to cost gazillion, billion, trillion fucking Google. They're 75% of their budget. They're 40 years ahead of schedule, and that's with a year. That fake lie with that canister at Oceanside, that kid was a fucking liar. He's a plant. The nuclear industry, that's how they play, just like their fake union workers they bust in who aren't union workers. So, those guys leaked everything to me. Like my doctor says. Thimble, come right in my room. Here, look at this. The only reason I'm alive is because both my doctors are anti-nukers. Vincent's brother and father died when he was young. Of course, Mike Lee's dad did. He don't care. He got caught bringing nuclear waste in here, but he's from Denmark. He cared. He says, boy, did they got bad timing on your cancer, Blue Castle. He says, yeah, keep me alive. He says, oh, you're right at the top of the list. We can't lose you. You know, and I almost lost me. Those Weaver State nurses here saved my life. I want people to understand, I don't believe in weekends. I don't believe in holidays. I just believe in, I'm one of those. I always have been. You know, the light got in me when I was a kid on the marsh. I believe in the philosophy, and I didn't have to be taught this philosophy. I was just born with it inside me. No book taught me anything. I was born with it. I knew that we're all attached. We're all the same. As far as every single living creature is connected. I've always known that. You know, I got to be lucky enough to grow up on that marsh on the Great Salt Lake before this mega dairy monster. These people are evil, fucking evil. Good versus evil, oh yeah. Drained it. And then this, with my grandparents on the San Diego landscape, with the end of it, you know, the greatest marshes in the world, not my words, Don Quixote, they thought it was heaven. You know, all those beaches are all manufactured. They dredged and tore out all the fucking reefs in San Onofre. So they're going to bring it here, so, which is illegal. But there's going to be a new sheriff in town a year from now. They're in the state legislature. Dirty Herbie is a criminal derelict, liar. He's the worst governor in the history of the state by 1,000,000 times. Passive-aggressive liar, kind of like Obama was. Trump, the worst president in history? Yep, passed Obama. You know, the cover-up of Fukushima. I love how all the righties went freaking crazy on Obama on Fukushima, including Jan, Miss Milky, all of them. I look back on it now, I can't believe I even supported any of them. They were nothing but political operatives. As soon as their guy got in, that's all they were. Political operatives. They fell. They're indoctrinated. Good. Look what they did to YouTube. Boy, did they all show their... How about Jeff Rance and Alex Jones? I look back on it, all they were doing was selling freaking, get your bunkers, get your pills, get your, it was all fucking profiteering. They weren't in it for any of the right reasons. None of the right reasons. I still am. I don't believe in weekends. I don't believe in holidays. I mean, I like them. I mean, I like Christmas as far as when I was a kid. I don't like gifting. I don't like exploitation. I like basketball because it's the ancient sport. It goes all the way back. Sport goes all the way back. Sport's part of, I mean, it mirrors culture, you know. Where's your fucking crown in Southern Cal? You know, I've always known, I've always intuitively known, you have to shut down San Onofre, Kevin. That's your fucking life, fucking work. That's it. I've always known it. I've always known it. I've always known it from the time I was tiny, from the time they built it. San Onofre goes, the world goes. It's the greatest accomplishment by any environmentalist in the history of the world to shut down San Onofre. They would have never shut down. They're afraid of my army. We're going to hit the beach on D-Day. Oh, we throw our hands up. They're afraid. They should be afraid of me. All of them should be afraid of me because the light's in me. The angels they murdered, they watch out over me. I've always known that. They nuke my father, the radio Roundup, Bear, Monsanto monsters. Murderers, killers, thieves. That's who they are. The greatest organized crime syndicate in human history. Einstein knew it. Sokolov knew it. Oppenheimer knew it. But they found Teller. Got smudged again yesterday on that hallowed sacred say. Those little kids were murdered. Children, women, Chief Pocatello had had a dream. Einstein had a dream. Kevin Blanchard had a dream. Before they were coming. They killed Liam on his way up. That's my line. In Manaway. He had a dream. The Mormons. It's like a native told me, so Joseph Smith. And I said, Joseph Smith was dead for 16 years before this happened. Joseph Smith said it straight up in his journals. Fawn McKay, in this library right where I'm standing. Said, no, Brigham Young, the plant. MI6 plant. Low educated, freaking took over the Mormon church, hijacked it. Joseph Smith was an abolitionist. Remember when he ran for president? Joseph Smith said that his son and his grandson would be the heirs. It was a bloodline thing. They found Brigham Young. Did he call in that murder? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know the Mountain Meadow Massacre happened on 9/11? I'm the guy that named it first. I hiked up those rocks in the canyon on an Easter Sunday when I was dying full of leukemia. That's Ike Potter. Spoke all 5 languages. That's Ella Potter's my grandma. You know, I have the journal. They finally chased him down with a 12-year-old, shot him in the back, Porter Rockwell, the murderer, and hung him upside down and slit his throat. The avenging angels were Satan. They were mass murderers. Porter Rockwell was a mass murderer. Freaking Connors, Custer, all these freaks, mass murderers. They mass murdered 512 people on that ancient landscape. I've always known it. I've always known that spot was hallowed. I've always known it since the time I was a little teeny kid. Always known it. Intuitively, always known it. Always know it's in Onofre. Want to bring the waste, Dolly Parton getting a mastectomy. That's what we call it, SoCal. We call it all. Oh, I always wondered what that was. The light's in me. A lot of work to do today. Thank you, everybody. Supported historic work. Somebody says, well, what do these pop in your head? These theories? Yeah, like Einstein. He had a dream that light bent. Was his 11-year-old boy. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you fucking lie to me. I slept in the dead fucking pines with the sun of Fukushima, Japan. Oh, it always the greatest event in human history. The Fukushima meltdowns, plutonium skies. A country that denies, a country of fucking lies from the beginning. The murderers, the killers versus good versus evil. Star versus light. Steinbeck. The Sea of Cortez, Lisa read it to me. Over the phone. Reminding me how powerful his mind was. You don't think they were Freudian? Motivated by sex? Why do you think they were there? Ask Annabelle. That's his, I call her Bastardette. That's one of his Bastardette grandchildren in Monterey. We look down into the tide pool's elasticity of time to look up at the stars and look at the starfish. They're one and the same. We're open early. Let's get to work. Stand